What if I told you that your gray hair isn't just about getting older? Imagine waking up one morning, brushing your hair, and noticing streaks of silver that weren't there yesterday. For many people, that moment feels like a shock, almost like a reminder that time is moving faster than we expected. But here's the surprising truth. Gray hair isn't only about age. It's also about stress, the food you eat, the vitamins you might be missing, and even the way you take care of yourself every day. Some people go gray in their 30s, while others keep their natural color into their 60s. Why such a difference? In this video, we're going to uncover the hidden reasons behind gray hair, explore natural ways to slow it down, and discover why embracing it might just be the most powerful choice you can make. Most of us grow up thinking gray hair is a simple sign of age, something that happens when you hit your 50s or 60s. But science tells a different story. Gray hair begins with melanin, the natural pigment that gives hair its color. Inside each hair follicle are cells called melanocytes. They produce melanin, and when these cells slow down or stop working, your hair gradually loses its color and turns gray-silver or even white. Now here's the fascinating part. This slowdown doesn't follow the same timeline for everyone. For some, genetics play a huge role. If your parents or grandparents went gray, early chances are you might too. But there's more. Nutritional deficiencies like low vitamin B12 or iron can make gray hairs appear years before you expect them. Stress, smoking, and even too much sun exposure can also accelerate the process. Take the example of a woman in her mid-40s who shared her story with me. She had been juggling a demanding job and caring for two sick parents. Within a year, she noticed whole patches of gray spreading across her head. Doctors later explained it wasn't just age. It was the combination of stress hormones and depleted nutrients draining her body of balance. So while age is certainly part of the picture, gray hair is much more than just a calendar ticking forward. It's your body's way of reflecting what's happening inside your genes, your health, your environment, and even your emotional resilience. When people first see their gray hairs, they often blame age or genetics. But there are hidden triggers, things most of us don't even think about, that can speed up the process dramatically. One of the biggest culprits is stress. Scientists have discovered that emotional stress doesn't just affect your mind, it leaves fingerprints on your body. When you're under constant pressure, your body produces stress hormones that create oxidative stress. This in turn damages the delicate melanocytes that give your hair its color. That's why many people notice a sudden wave of gray during or after a tough period in life, like divorce, losing a loved one, or a demanding job. Then there's smoking. Every puff of a cigarette introduces thousands of harmful chemicals that damage blood vessels and starve hair follicles of oxygen. Smokers are 2.5 times more likely to develop premature graying compared to non-smokers. It's not just your lungs that suffer, it shows up in your hair too. And let's not forget about the environment. UV rays from the sun and air pollution generate free radicals, tiny unstable molecules that strip away melanin over time. Think of it like rust forming on metal. The more your hair is exposed without protection, the faster it loses its natural pigment. Even something as simple as chronic lack of sleep or poor diet choices can act as silent accelerators. Many people don't realize that their everyday habits, skipping meals, working late, or not wearing a hat outside, are quietly influencing how quickly their hair turns gray. So yes, genetics matter, but lifestyle choices and hidden triggers play a huge role too. The good news is, unlike your DNA, these are factors you can control. And that's where the real hope lies. What you put on your plate every day has more impact on your hair color than most people realize. Gray hair often sneaks in early when your body is running low on certain nutrients that fuel melanin production. Take vitamin B12, for example. Without enough of it, your body can't produce healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen to hair follicles. The result: hair weakens and pigment fades faster. Many people in their 30s and 40s who notice premature gray later discover they're low in B12, especially those who don't eat much meat, fish, or dairy. Iron is another key player. It helps transport oxygen throughout your body, and a deficiency can leave hair dull, brittle, and more likely to lose color. Pair that with low copper, a mineral involved in producing melanin, and you have a recipe for gray strands appearing years ahead of schedule. Don't forget zinc and vitamin D. Zinc helps repair tissue, including hair follicles, while vitamin D supports overall follicle health. Without them, your scalp struggles to keep pigmentation cells alive. A man in his early 50s once told me he was devastated by how fast his hair turned gray. After testing, doctors found he was severely deficient in B12 and iron. Once he began treatment and improved his diet with eggs, leafy greens, shellfish, and fortified cereals, his graying slowed down dramatically. No, the white hairs didn't vanish, but the relentless spread finally paused. Food really is medicine, and when it comes to gray hair, nutrition might be your most powerful tool to fight back naturally. Throughout history, different cultures have turned to natural remedies to slow down the graying process, and many of these traditions are still alive today. While they won't magically turn silver back to black, they can help nourish your scalp, strengthen follicles, and preserve the pigment you still have. Take Amla, also known as Indian gooseberry. In Ayurvedic medicine, it has been celebrated for centuries as a natural hair tonic, rich in antioxidants and vitamin C. Amla oil or juice is believed to stimulate melanin production and strengthen hair from the root. In India, families often pass down recipes using dried amla boiled in coconut oil, massaging it into the scalp as a weekly ritual. Another traditional approach is black seed oil, sometimes called the oil of the pharaohs. Packed with antioxidants, it has been used in Middle Eastern cultures to protect against premature graying and keep hair glossy. Similarly, rosemary oil has gained popularity in the West, not just for slowing grays, but also for promoting thicker, healthier growth. And then there's the simple but effective coffee rinse. Brew a strong pot of coffee, let it cool, and use it as a hair rinse. The caffeine stimulates blood flow to the scalp, while the dark pigments give strands a slightly deeper hue, helping blend early grays naturally. These remedies also carry an emotional value. They connect us to traditions, rituals, and family practices. For many, massaging oil into the scalp isn't just about hair, it's about self-care, slowing down, and honoring one's roots. In modern times, some people turn to supplements marketed to reactivate melanin. While the science behind them is still limited, what truly matters is combining traditional wisdom with healthy living. Nature often offers gentle ways to support the body, ways that remind us we're not powerless against the changes we see in the mirror. If there's one thing research makes clear, it's that your daily habits have as much to do with the speed of graying as your DNA. While you can't rewrite your genetic code, you can rewrite your lifestyle. The first and most powerful step: quit smoking. Cigarettes flood your body with free radicals that choke hair follicles of oxygen and destroy pigment-producing cells. People who quit not only slow down the spread of gray, but also notice their hair feeling fuller and stronger within months. Next, think about movement. Regular exercise doesn't just benefit your heart, it also improves circulation to your scalp. Blood carries nutrients and oxygen to the follicles, giving them the fuel they need to stay healthy. Pair this with scalp massage 2 or 3 times a week, and you'll double the benefit by stimulating microcirculation directly where it matters most. Then there's stress management. Chronic stress is like pouring gasoline on the fire of premature graying. Simple daily practices: deep breathing, yoga, or even 10 quiet minutes of meditation help lower cortisol levels, giving your hair cells a chance to recover. And don't underestimate the sun. Just as UV rays damage skin, they can also break down hair pigment. Wearing a hat or using protective sprays is a small step that pays off in the long run. Think of these habits as an investment. You might not see results overnight, but each choice builds a stronger foundation for your hair and your overall health. In the end, the habits that protect your hair are the same ones that protect your heart, your mind, and your future. For many people, the first gray hair feels like a betrayal. They rush to cover it with dye, hats, or anything that hides the change. Society has conditioned us to see gray hair as a flaw, a symbol of aging we must fight against at all costs. But is that really true? More and more people are beginning to flip the script. Celebrities and everyday individuals alike are choosing to embrace their silver strands instead of hiding them. And when they do, something powerful happens. They often feel more confident, more authentic, and even more attractive. Gray hair tells a story. It's a record of your resilience, your struggles, and your wisdom. One woman once said, "When I stopped coloring my hair, I felt free for the first time in years. People stopped seeing me as someone trying to look young and started seeing me as someone comfortable in her own skin." Of course, it's also okay to dye your hair if that makes you feel good. The point is not whether you hide your grays or embrace them, it's whether you let them control your self-worth. Gray hair doesn't make you old. It doesn't make you less beautiful. What truly defines you is how you carry yourself, how you treat others, and how you value your own journey. So here's what we've learned. Gray hair is natural, but it's not only about age. Genetics, nutrition, stress, and lifestyle all play a role in how quickly those silver strands appear. While you can't turn back the clock, you can slow the process by caring for your body, eating well, managing stress, protecting your hair, and embracing natural remedies. Most importantly, remember this. Gray hair doesn't define you, your attitude does. So take one small step today, whether it's adding a nutrient-rich meal, practicing relaxation, or simply choosing to love your reflection. Your future self will thank you.